After you have successfully logged into Quizizz, you will arrive at their homepage, which will look like this. Just a quick little navigation tour around their page. Up at the upper left-hand side here in their toolbar, you can search for a quiz. Quizizz has tons of assessments on virtually any topic that have already been pre-created by other users of this product. You can create a new quiz from scratch with your own questions. You can join a game already in progress if you are a student or you are participating in professional development. The body section over here will bring you right to the area where you can search for a Quizizz that has already been created by somebody else. The left-hand side over here in this little menu, if you need to change your profile, adjust your password, you can do that over here. You can, again, create a new quiz, find a quiz. As you begin creating quizzes or modifying quizzes that have already been created, they will be housed in this little area over here. Reports are going to give you the data on how your students do on the quizzes that you run in your class. This classes section we'll get into later. Collections is a way that you can organize the quizzes that you create and that you collect that are in their database. And there's some memes over here that you can include as part of your quiz. So we're going to get started by searching for a quiz that is already in existence. So we're going to look for something on density. You can type in any topic that you want. It's better to keep it broad than to keep it very specific because that will filter out possible results. So we're just going to type in density and we're going to see what it brings up. So you can see here there's a lot of results. It's got over 55,000 results. So you can apply filters to this so that it will eliminate some of the ones that do not necessarily apply to you. Just as we're looking at this list here, you can see the ones here that say played and it says played, thousands of times. Those tend to be the ones that other users really like. So those are ones that you might want to take a look at that might apply to you. But before we do that, we're going to filter this out a little bit so that we can get results that are a little bit more refined. So I can filter this by grade. So I just want this to be middle school appropriate. I can click on that. If I want this just to be related to science, I can do that by clicking this here. If you click more, you will get some other options as well. So if you are looking for something in another language or you want something specific that only has a certain number of questions, you can click that, but it's not really necessary to use this because you can delete questions once you find a quiz that you like. So we're going to just hit apply on the filters that I applied here, and you can see I eliminated over 40,000 results just by filtering by the grade level and the subject area. And again, I can see ones that have been played a lot might be ones that might work for me. So you will notice as I hover on any of these quizzes in the body section of Quizizz, on the right-hand column over here, it gives me a preview of what the questions are in this quiz. So I don't even have to click on the quiz itself in order to view the questions. It will give it to me just by hovering on here. You see that it's highlighted, and then I can scroll down and take a look at it. If this quiz looks like something I want to use, I can click View Full Quiz, and this will give me some editing options to it. Or if you are doing something on the fly and you just want to play it, you'll be able to play it here, but we'll go more into that later. So let's say, for example, that this is one that we think we might want to use. So I'm going to click View Full Quiz. So I have a few different options here, and again, I can scroll and I can look through all of this. I have options to run this right now, but I also have options to edit this. So if I want to edit this, I can edit this and I can remove questions. I can change the order of the questions. I can change the wording of questions. Even though this was created by somebody else, by making a copy for myself, I will have my own version of this, but I won't have to create it necessarily from scratch. So I'm going to click on this edit button, and you can see here it says it's creating a duplicate because you can't make changes to somebody's quizzes that is in the database. It has to be your own copy of it. So now that I have saved a copy of it, you see I have some editing options above each question. So I can click the edit button, and then I could make changes to the question itself. I could make changes to the answer options. I could add additional options, and I also have options to change how long the students have on this question when I use it with them that will allow them to answer the question before it times out. I'm just going to scroll back over here So if you need to make any changes, you just click inside any of these boxes, make your changes, and then you will hit save. In addition to editing the individual questions, if there are questions that you don't want in this at all, you will see a little trash can above each one of the questions, and you can delete the question altogether. And this is not to say you can't get the original quiz back from the database if you accidentally deleted a question that you wanted to hold on to. So you can make all of your changes, and then once you have made all of your changes to this quiz, let's say we get rid of one more, what you're going to do is click Finish Quiz. It's going to ask you to name this quiz, so you can either leave it as the name that you already have been assigned based on how it was in the database. You can put it into a particular class if you want, but this is not necessary. And then we're going to hit Save. So now we have a copy of this. And once you have saved it, it asks you want to share this with a teacher. So if you wanted to give another teacher a copy of this quiz that you had created, you can put their email address in and you can hit share. But we're just going to close this for now. So once you have edited this, you now have a copy of it in your quizzes. So if we go over to My Quizzes, you will see that this will sit here in your account for as long as you want it. In the next videos, I'm going to show you how to make other modifications to existing quizzes, and then you will also see how to run these quizzes with your students, and there's a variety of methods that you can do that with.